Okay. Okay, we're getting started. Hi, Turtle. Okay. Welcome to Exploring the Metaphysical. My name is Mary Harrow, and I am an energy healing practitioner. And since I learned about Reiki and energy healing, I became interested in learning about more types of metaphysical practices. That's why I started this forum on Zoom to bring together curious people who are also interested in learning or sharing about how to raise our vibrations and spread the love and light the world needs. In this forum, we meet a variety of metaphysicists who are trained and knowledgeable about fascinating modalities that can help us find the path to peace, healing, understanding, and ultimately love that will bring us all together, leaving chaos and dis-ease behind. So now I'm going to introduce today's guest, although some of you already know her, Kim Copeland. Wave, Kim. Kim has over 20 years of experience as a psychic medium, a hospice RN, and energy medicine practitioner. She's walked between worlds with countless clients. I love that term. Witnessing an array of spiritual supportive helpers who offer messages of hope, support, and truly that life continues on the other side. Mediumship and psychic work developed from her studies in shamanism and energy medicine. She is passionate about assisting clients to discover love, connection, and support from their spirit helpers, which include loved ones, angels, guides, master teachers, animals, ETs, and more. Kim offers readings and teaches psychic development. Her teachings and readings are inspired by love, divine connection, support, and energetic balancing. She has an online class starting soon, I think next week, to learn about star beings and light, which sounds fascinating. I'll be attending. You can find out more info about that on her website, mediumkim.com. So, ready, Kim?
I'm ready. Thank you so much, Mary. That was
Certainly.
beautiful. Thank you for, first of all, for having me. And thank you
Sure.
guys for coming and sharing your time and your heart and your energy. Because yes?
One comment I would like to ask people to mute if possible. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Um, I feel that, first of all, whether or not we see, feel, hear, or know that spirit is near us, we must have faith that it is. Even if we don't have, or even if we feel like we're just blind to it. But everybody has angels, everybody has guides, everybody has a supportive team with them. And it's not just a chosen few. But I do feel, though, when we talk or when we invite our team to come close, they do. I've seen it over and over. Like some people are very connected to angels, and then they talk to their angels. They talk to Archangel Michael, or maybe they just talk to their everyday angels or their guardian angel. And when I work with them, it's like, oh, they're just surrounded by angels. And I actually feel you're going to be drawn to something that is natural to you. Everybody has their own natural way to connect to the spirit world. Your way is the perfect way for you. Some people like to talk to their guides, and you hear this a lot. And when that happens, and usually it's the guides. But really, though, I think guides come in all forms, whether it's angels, whether it's human-like guide beings, or whether it's beings of light, or whether it's star beings or animals. Um, it's it's all from the universal source of love and light. And so that's where we are. We're just swimming in that. And we need each other now, you guys. This is a time, whether or not we have have a particular way. Maybe we don't have our own pathway yet of how to connect with our team. It doesn't matter. But we need each other now because all of us are light workers. And we're here to hold that grid of energy to stabilize whatever's happening, to bring the light as much as possible. I truly, truly believe that the ones that are here in this group or whoever listen, are here to hold that light. Yeah. So it doesn't matter where you are in the spectrum, if whether you see, hear, feel, know, or just go on blind faith that you have a team, but everybody does. We're never alone. So my journey, and Mary, I love it that you also have work with energy because that's my first love, I think. Even though I did start with shamanism, I can tell you that I'm not really, I wouldn't call myself a shaman woman or anything like that. I know about it. I can drum for hospice patients and I know how to do that drum beat. I do know how to do, I can teach people how to do it. I can guide them through it, but that doesn't mean it's like my everyday world. I would say it was when I was working with energy and in my modality that I've most loved, and I have studied Reiki, I've studied healing touch, therapeutic touch, massage therapy, and then Eden energy medicine. And it was with the Eden energy medicine that I noticed colors and also the angels. And then it was through that kind of pathway, then I noticed then with hospice patients, and it wasn't as, the colors would come, but it was the colors of the angels that I noticed with hospice patients. And when you're with somebody who's dying, of course, and even though all of us have our team with us now, but when you're nearing death, it's even more so. Even more, you're just covered. The room is covered. You can't even get an elbow wise in because the room is so full of beings of light. And so, but sometimes, and for me, I see them different ways. I mean, really, I don't know. I see them with my eyes open, with my eyes closed, colors with my eyes open, with my eyes closed. So when you say open or when you're looking out, that's objective. You're seeing it outside of yourself. When you have your eyes closed, that's subjective vision. And so, most of the time when I see colors, it's actually usually subjective. Now, sometimes I see colors when I'm looking at somebody on the outside, but it's more of oh, I'll look at somebody, I know their color. But if I close my eyes, then I see the color as well. Sometimes I'll see the color will just pop up on the outside of the person. So it's not like one way. And and it's just like for you too. It's going to be different for you, how you do it, how you get it. I can only tell you how I get it. But I think when whether you're doing energy work for somebody, whether you're just sitting in meditation, whether you're sitting in prayer, or whatever work you do to hold the light, or you're just in meditation with yourself, um, when we go into that deeper state, when we go to that altered consciousness, that's when I think we are open to more awareness of the spirit world versus our everyday. If we're just talking every day, I don't notice it as much. One of my teachers would say, if you wait, to fail to prepare is to prepare to fail. You guys have probably heard that. Um, and he mentions this a lot. One of my teachers, his name is Colin Bates. Um, and and I always take that as if I'm doing, let's say, a reading or a healing for somebody, if I haven't prepared, I know I'm just not going to be as efficient or effective. So, and I think it's the same way when we are working toward being with our team. I like to, where you can prepare. You light a candle, you do some incense, you set the space, and you say, "Team, I'm going to be here in 30 minutes. I'm just getting it ready. I've got my incense going. Maybe I've got some music going, and I'm going to come right back, and I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to sit with you." And then you'll notice then, oh, well, they're already here. Like this is a chair that I often will, not when I do my readings, I sit in this chair, but I meditate actually just right next to me over there. Um, but it's close. And I think when you also have that same place you go to, then you're more aware, then the team is more aware. So when I was doing energy work, and I would have people come to my house, I also did energy work in the hospice office. They gave me a day a week. I mean, I was so lucky, you guys, a day a week that I could work on other nurses. And they had a special room. I brought in my massage table, and I mean, really, I think they coded. I forget how they coded it, but something like support, like emotional support for your team or whatever. That's what it was, and it was. I remember so distinctly in that room the angels. So, somebody that they would come sit on the table, and it's like, oh, no, with my eyes open, oh, there's a gold angel or a white angel or a blue angel. And usually, when I remember in that room, I'd see them with wings. I would see them with wings. Now, with my eyes open and like gold, mostly gold in that room, for some reason, they'd always be a little high, like kind of not on the ceiling, not that high, but just like the wall to ceiling area. That's just where I just noticed. Okay. That's just how I got it. Um, and then I noticed with the hospice patients, with my eyes open, I'd see more like sparkles, like uh, white usually, or gold or blue. A lot of white and blue. I'd say more white than anything, but then sometimes blue. Now, sometimes I'd see purple. Sometimes I saw purple, tall, like one big angel. But oftentimes, like when somebody is nearing death, and the way to do this, if you're with somebody, you step toward the foot of their bed, and you look kind of fuzzy-eyed, you know, and just like if you were to look at somebody's aura, you kind of fuzzied eyes, and then just notice the lights. Because especially again, you're going to be in a room filled with angels. So that's what I noticed. Now, also, I have noticed sometimes I'll walk up to somebody, like say they're in bed, maybe they're a hospice patient. I'll walk up to them, and then I notice, oh, there's angels that are on each side of their bed, head, side, and foot, like a size of a human, I'd say. Like when I see the sparkles, they look like almost like those those flashing bugs. What are those called?
Lightning bugs?
Yes. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like to me, but so many, right? But then sometimes I see them, human size, but then again with my eyes open, and they're like guarding each side of the person. Why different? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not trying, I don't want to try to figure it out, because if I try to get too mind or in my linear thought, I'm going to analyze versus accept. And I think what we often do, will hold us back, right? If we analyze. Um, so I do notice that sometimes one time I saw, well, I didn't know who it was at first. Um, but it was a huge purple angel. I would say if there was no ceiling, it would have been about 2 or 3 stories tall, but it was big. Okay, at the head of her bed, and she was within days of transitioning. And it looked, I didn't see wings on this angel. Again, why sometimes wings, some small, some big. Again, I don't know. But okay, so that was more like a fuzzy blanket, a purple fuzzy blanket, very soft. But don't let that softness fool you, because it was powerful. It was like, she's not making a wrong turn. I've got her. No, but she's not going to she's not going anywhere else. I've got her. Then that purple bean had small green, smaller, not small, not too small, about the size of a human, or a little, like a 6 foot maybe. Okay, and they were also soft, fuzzy blanket next to the purple, and they were like guards. I don't know. That's what it felt. It's like, how you see something and then you feel it. You see and you feel. That's kind of how you can put your intuitive senses together, or sometimes feel it and then see it. But when you get those two, then you get a better picture than versus just see it or versus just feel it. Or you might hear it. I mean, it depends on what your gift is. Or you might just know it. But anyway, so this lady um, had those three angels with her. Why that special lady? I don't know. You know what I mean? She was young. She was only 42 and she had five kids, and I'm sure she did not want to go, right? So she probably needed a bigger force. I assume. I don't know. But anyway, I found out later through, well, when I called the husband after she passed, well, actually, I'll say this before she passed. In between of seeing those three angels and the day before she passed, there were three humans from the spirit world on both sides of her. One, two, three lined up. And then they were holding their hands above her like doing Reiki. And all of them, all six of these beings in the spirit world were healing her before she left. That's amazing, I think. So then when I called the husband and I told him that I saw this big purple angel and then the green angels, and he said, well, I don't believe in angels. So well, I said, that's fine. He said, but he said, I was just reading a book about Archangel Azrael, who's purple and is the angel of death. And it's like, oh my God, that's who it was. You know what I mean? See the synchronicity to figure out who that big purple angel was? It was Azrael.
Fabulous. Yeah, fabulous.
Yeah. And then when I wrote about Azrael in this one book that I'm in a conglomerate of, it's called The Last Breath, and there's about 44 mediums. We each wrote one chapter. And I wrote about that in the book. And when I was writing about it, Azrael came back to visit and like gave me a wink. I swear, stood right in front of me and gave me a wink. Like, yeah, thanks for sharing my story. I was, so it's like another confirmation. It was Azrael. And actually, I'm getting chills now. It was Azrael. So I don't know. So cool. Just to know that no matter what, whether we believe in angels or not, I don't know whether she believed in angels. I don't know. Um, I know she believed in mermaids. I do know that about her. She was a naturopathic doctor. I knew that, but I don't know about angels. She was actually more of a shamanic type person. Yeah. But anyway, that was very special to have Azrael show up so big. So I think that if people are interested in seeing angels, one, you got to know whether you see them. It's easier to see for somebody else. You
Ah,
see, just like you can't, it's hard to give yourself a reading. It's easier to see it with somebody else. And also with intention. I think that's the secret. That's the big secret. That's why when in classes and you have that group energy and you intend for this to happen, like in the star beings class that's going to come up, we're intending for star beings and light beings to come. And I mean, I already know they're there. I mean, I already know they're waiting. It's like, I don't even doubt it. It's not like, oh, are they going to come? No, I know they're going to be there. And so I feel like it's important that, and Ron has been in so many of my classes. And you know how it is, Ron, when you work with a partner, um, it's a lot easier than to work for yourself. So there's that. Now, as far as the colors for me, are you, well, first of all, stop for a sec. Do you guys have questions about just that part?
you can raise your hand or in the chat, or there's only a small number of us, so I can see some of you on the screen if you want to raise your hand to talk. But that's any questions? I think she's doing a great job. This is really cool.
Okay. Thanks. It's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for having me again. Okay, so as far as the colors, and the thing is, I feel angels with the colors of the angels have a significance. Like how would Azrael have that purple? Some angels are the blue, some angels are white, and some are yellow. I just feel like the color when see an angel around somebody, I go to that color, and the reason I go to that color is there's a symbology in the colors. Whether it's a dark blue, a light blue, a dark yellow, a gold yellow, a mustard yellow, lime green, medium green, emerald green, dark, I mean, we have so many mango, orange, peach. I mean, so there's so many colors. And even in the spirit world, when you see the colors in the spirit world, usually most of the time it's a little more vibrant, I guess, more sparkly, I would say, more alive,
More intense. Yeah.
more intense. So if for me, now this is the way it started with me. When I was studying the Donna Eden's work, she's very good at seeing color. I mean, and that's what she talks about a lot, colors and the life colors, and then the colors of the auric field and the colors in the meridians and colors, everywhere, right? Color on the earth, color of the stars, color. And when we're all, most of us that are her students, we're going like, I wish I could see color. I want to see color too. Um, but I learned a lot about, her way of the symbology of the colors for mainly the life colors. So in other words, if I'm working with somebody who's a blue, that automatically means something to me. If I'm working with somebody who's a green, I just, and it depends where I see the green, what color of green it is. It's a story in that color. The way I started seeing colors though was and I don't know, Ron may know this, I don't know. I was at a energy medicine, it was a 5-day conference in Santa Fe. This was back around 2003. And I had been preparing for this for about a year. I was so excited. 5 days away, Santa Fe, leave my young kids. And I knew, I mean, I was just I don't know. It was just big, big, and I was ready. I was ready for it. So anyway, the first night, um, I wouldn't say it was angels, but I saw Jesus. And Jesus came, and it was that first morning, like around 4-ish in the morning, showed me, hey, beautiful. He was in white and the gold sun behind him, and he had his hands under somebody's head, and he's just so clear. And I still remember it. Do this. This is what I did. And ooh, and I'm getting chills now. What he did, he was doing energy work, right? With that pure love. He worked with love as the healing field, and with the energy, the vibration. We all have vibrate. We all are healers. We just can practice it or not practice it. We can intend to or not intend to. It's a gift. It's a gift. Just like I believe mediumship is a gift. I believe all this is everybody's got it. It's just in what way do you have, what's your pathway? That's it. There's no one pathway. Oh, everybody's pathway is perfect for them. But anyway, so that's what Jesus said. And then the last day, I mean, the whole thing was a magical conference, but the last day we were doing chakra clearing. And so what we did, we were partnered up, and there was like 300 of us in this room, partnered up. And my partner was a man who had one hand because he had lost it in construction. And so I think it was his left hand that he had, if I remember right, but I could be wrong about that. But anyway, but his hand was huge. It was, I mean, like a manly, big hand that had been doing a lot of construction work. And there was light coming out of it, though. I mean, by then, by the 5th day, I was seeing light, a light, you could just see rays of light. And so, anyway, so to do the chakra, I just did a video of this of the chakra clean yesterday on my YouTube channel. If you want to see, I just tell you that we use the left hand to remove, to clear, because it's the hand that it's like the sucking hand. It's the receiving hand, right? Because it's the yin. The left is the yin side of the body, the receiving side, the feminine side. And so when you're clearing a chakra, the left hand first, because you want to clear. And then you use the right hand to bring in new energy. So to clear, you go kind of slow and you go clockwise first over the body. And right now I'm working my heart. We need the heart, you guys. We need to keep a clear heart because these times, I think. All right. So anyway, so you clear and you clear when you feel like you've got enough energy on your hand, you blow it off. So that takes maybe a couple minutes to do one side, to do the clearing part. The other hand, you bring in the light. Bring it in, bring it in. And I can imagine sometimes if I'm having a hard time, I will ask Jesus. I'll say, Jesus, can you come help me with this one chakra? Because I feel like we've got a little problem. And I swear, if I say that out loud, it works so much better. It really does. I just say, Jesus, help me with this chakra. And it's like, oh, okay, no problem. And I'm trying to do it by myself. No, ask the team, ask your angels, ask whoever you want to ask because that's what they want to do. They're just like, I'm waiting for you to ask me. So anyway, but when you put in the light, put in the light, put in the light, and then you can do a hookup, which is the central, I'm sorry, this is the governing meridian point, the central meridian point down by the belly button. Those are points. I also like to use behind the head that one big spot behind your head. You know what I mean? That one spot there. I like to do that. To me, that's magic. That one spot, if you do like a three-finger notch, you know, don't look at my nails. I need to do my nails. And I do the other, like right here, to me, that is magic. I don't know. I just feel better doing that. Anyway, so if I was to do chakra clearing, that's how I would do it. But anyway, the thing is when we were doing it that day in Santa Fe, Um, and he finished, and I opened my eyes and I saw color. I saw color, like color through the whole room. It was so thick I couldn't see through the color. I couldn't even see your face. There was so much color. It was like almost like a fog. It was a fog, basically. And I couldn't tell if it was my color, his color, their color. I couldn't tell. And it was mostly a lot of purpley, kind of like that, but more vibrant. That's what I saw like everywhere. But some of the more light pink, some of the blues, but it just seemed like that was alive. And then also had the light with the rays of light coming out here at that same time. I would just move my head and go, oh yeah, oh, I'm going to light up that corner of the room. Oh yeah, I'm going to go over that. That did not last. That lasted about a week. I have to say, I wish it was like forever. It was so magical. It really was. But that started like, oh,
Maybe
okay,
just turn it on and off, that would be cool too.
even that much, right? Because it was so intense. But I think, you have the group, the intensity of the group and everything, like there was just high energy. I
Mhm.
do think that, the group, the place, everything together, intention. Right. So that's how I started seeing color. Today, mostly, I use, because I've learned color from Donna Eden. I've learned about colors through Colin Bates. I've learned about colors just through myself. If you start seeing color, whether you see it already and whether you see it around people's work field, or maybe you see it you're working with somebody in a one-to-one reading or something, and you see a color, there's a reason. Everything has a reason. It's no accident that you're seeing a color. It's like, oh, well, no, go for it. Go for it. And then move into it even more. Like move into that space of the color that will tell you the deeper story of what that means. And usually for me, when I see or feel and sense, know, however I get it, different ways, but um, let me see. It's usually about what's happening in the world right now for them in a psychic level, right? Usually. But if my intention is to go future, I put my intention to the future and I get a different color. I can put my intention to the past and get a different color. So, but usually when you're starting, you want that baseline, that grounding point of the present moment. Get that, and then move future or past for the different colors that tell the story. Now, we all have, from the way I understand it, and again, the way I interpret colors is going to be different than you, or, you know, Everybody, maybe you have a red, maybe, see, I'm looking at pirouette's red, kind of red. I love that color. It's not a dark red, it's a kind of a light, happy red. So that would be mean something different, right? Versus a blackish red, right? Or a light pink, or so if you don't know what it means, feel into it, and then you get the story. But we all have a color around us, or colors, right? Our auric field is made of, several layers. Our thoughts and our emotions, of course, make up our auric field. Our chakras make up our auric field. Everything we've ever thought is in our chakras. So why not, especially nowadays when we have this grief on earth that we're all experiencing? We can't, I don't know how you can not right now. Keeping our chakra, our good hygienic energy hygiene is really important right now, I think, because, well, I mean, what, just to keep us up.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we all have a life color that we're born with and
Oh,
we're going to die with. It's not going to change. It'll be the same, your basic life color. And the way I see that, and I usually see that first for some reason. I don't know why. I just do. That's just how what comes first. Um, and I don't even really try, but I think that, I mean, if I'm trying to get something else, then I will go that another direction. But if I'm just getting like, let's say, uh, um, a man that I did a reading for, this was a few years ago, I saw a lot of green around him, and which is a lot of men come in greens and browns, tan. It's so funny, right? Women are usually blue, purple, yellow. But Ron's purple. Ron has a lot of purple and gold. But
majestic. Ooh.
oh yeah, for sure. Sometimes blues, but your basic life color, Ron, I would say is the purple. But this man was green. But I knew it wasn't green as a healer, because most of the time when I see green, it'll mean healer. Like you think of Archangel Raphael,
Mhm.
that beautiful emerald green, and it shimmers, right? An emerald shimmers. Well, that's when I see that, then I feel healer. Or maybe I see it, even though I'm not looking at their hands in my mind's eye, I see their hands as green. Then I know they've got that hands-on healing light. That's part of their sole purpose here on earth. So anyway, so this one man, he was very green, and it's like, oh boy, I don't, you know. What it was is that he was very good with money. Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Okay.
He was really good with the money. And so, you know, and he was a military man too, so that's interesting. But I just know that. And he was good with business and military, and I don't know. So, but I didn't know that about him until said, well, I see green, which is kind of unusual for a man, you
And he
know.
explained his
Yeah,
background.
yeah. Um, let's see what else about color. So when if you have the intention to find out about the life color, like a blue, like probably a lot of you guys are blues and purples, I'm assuming, because the people who are here to hold the light of the earth are usually blues and purples. But
Mhm.
blue is the nurturer, the taking care of others. Now, there's different shades of blue, right? There's Mother Mary blue, you know that. There's that
Mhm.
indigo blue. There's the blue who's the mystic, the medium, the psychic blue. And then, but that's like that life color. That's like you're gonna come in, like that's kind of why you're here on Earth. And you're gonna keep it with you. But when you have let's see, an overriding thought. So that's kind of like in the background, right? That life color. But then you've got other things going on. You're thinking this, you're thinking that, or if something new's coming into your life. Well, then you're going to have other colors that come and go through your auric field. At least this is how I see it. An orange, for instance, is a orange, and I want to talk about purple again in a sec. I forgot I went off, but orange for me, now this is, but may be different for you. But if you think about that second chakra as being the birth, new beginnings, Okay, I see new beginnings usually when if I see a ball of orange in somebody's auric field, then I know something's coming in new. Or they're
Mm.
going to have could be something they're planning or could be something as a surprise. And the closer it is to their body, the center line, then the closer it's going to be here. If it's way out, that means it's a little farther out. Okay, um, but orange is also very intuitive too. So if you have a life color that's orange versus that orange ball, see the orange ball is like something new. But if you have a life color that's orange, that's also very intuitive and also a healer. And we may not
Mm.
think of orange as being a healer.
Yeah, I would not. Aha.
Right. Okay. The purples, the people who have are a life color purple, which I can almost Angela, I feel like you are. I always feel like they have come in as a spiritual seeker and that constant devotion to spirit, to moving to, okay, and maybe liking to be alone a little bit more than the average, to have that yin time to study. You got to read, you got to study, you got to go and this is how you get the your spirit advice, right? But you're not going to get away from that. You're going to keep that from you with you for the rest of your life. It's not going to, that's why you're here to be a spiritual seeker. See, now if I move to Mary, I just feel like Mary's, oh, I see a lot of pink around Mary. If I close my eyes, I'm noticing pink, which is interesting. I'm a little surprised. I would have, I would have thought, honestly, I would have thought emerald green and blue. But I think you are going to be blue too. But let me just see why you're getting this pink. Okay, so for the moment now, would you understand that maybe being a little tired or a little like not getting enough rest for yourself lately?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
that's
we
what
had
that
the time change last night. So
exactly. I know we're tired. I'm tired too.
yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe that's
But
why I'm seeing that pink. It's
this is
almost like the
true.
pink in your curtains, that color of pink.
Okay. Okay.
Um, but that's overlaying here. But I know you're a blue though. I
Mhm.
just feel that essence of blue. Now,
You've told me
am
that before.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't remember. But it's that essence. I do feel the green as well, though,
Hmm.
because I do feel like you have the healing hands. But I feel like you have more blue around, but the healing hands.
As
Yeah.
Mother Mary's with me a lot. Mhm.
Okay. Nice. I'm seeing a little darker blue as well, though.
Oh,
Yeah. Which is very I want to give you a little power, like some power here.
oh,
Power.
cool.
It's a force. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah. So I noticed that. But you're the type, I think, just to take care of others. Is
Oh,
that right?
well, yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I
I'll,
mean, it's like the quintessential blue. I mean, it's like that's what blues do. Yeah.
okay. Is that what, okay.
Yeah, a
And,
lot of the blues. And there's so
mhm,
many, in this field
mhm,
around us that
mhm.
will carry that energy.
And Michael's with me also. So that's
Oh, and he's blue.
blue. Yeah.
That's what, oh, I feel it's more of a Michael color that I see a little
Yeah.
bit with you. I
Yeah.
mean, I can see both. It's like if I had to put around you, I get Michael on your upper right and Mary on your left. Yes, that's where I think if I had to place
Mhm,
them around you.
mhm. Thank you. Maybe we could
Yes.
take a couple of minutes and get some other people's colors. That would be, I
Yeah.
mean, that's kind of a fun thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, Diana. Okay. Hi, Diana. Did you have a question too?
Yes, I do. So, I don't. I experience I have a much brighter, greater intensity of energy compared to many other people or most other people, but I don't have a color associated with it. But I actually have a specific question, and that's around the fact that I tend to have a lot of people, and this is over the course of my lifetime, even from early childhood, who have a lot of negative energy, and I feel like they're constantly trying to drain mine. So I'm curious as to what you might see around that and if there's any colors associated with it.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay. Well, first of all, If you're feeling like you're being drained by people, or certain ones, right? You're just talking about a few people, or this has been a lifelong.
A lifelong thing. Not, I tend to have a very high energy, like I said, but I also know that after I'm around people for an extended period of time, it starts to
Okay.
drain me. I know that I'm very empathic,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
things of that nature. And
Okay.
people, I can see what's going on with people on a deep
Yeah.
level. I can tell them what's going on, and they're amazed that I can see that. But like I said,
Uh-huh.
it's a matter, if there are people who are particularly disturbed, and I mean, these are individual people who cause a lot of disturbance with many other people, they seem to really get almost extremely triggered by my presence and my connection with them. So,
Oh, wow.
mhm,
Okay, interesting. So, first of all, you can turn on and off your ability to, I mean, you don't want to be open 24/7 because that will be absolutely draining.
mhm,
Okay. We can't walk around that way because it's also, it's not healthy too, to be that open all the time.
mhm,
So I would suggest, noticing, like you have your 5 to 8 p.m. or whatever it is, whatever time, I would limit that, okay? When you and I feel absolutely, grounding. I have to say with you, I feel that that might help you a bit with keeping your energy strong because when you're around people a lot, and I think this happens probably to everybody here, the more when we're around people, let's say, more than there's a limit for everything. But we got to step back. But
right,
you can also step back energetically if you can't leave the space. You can step back from the thoughts. You can also clear your field. And I would imagine you can make a gold light around yourself
okay,
to I say gold over white. The reason is because white is porous. You know what I mean? It's just kind of white and soft. You want strong. You want that gold metallic. Boom. Like when
hmm,
somebody comes up against it, boom. They can't get in unless you
sure,
want them to,
right,
or you can just say, I want my gold light to let in love, and that's all. Okay, so I would suggest that. But I'm gonna close my eyes for a second here. So you are, when I feel your energy is very big. You're very tall energy, and you have you're kind of wearing a light blue. It's like light, tall light, like almost starbeam like.
hmm,
Okay. And so I can see why, if you are, feeling more star being akin, it's hard to be down here with all the humans
yeah,
that are all, ugh, that are, you know what I mean? Being too human is just not great.
right,
And so I think that's what it is. It's a little, you don't fit in. The human race is down here a little bit, and you're up here tall and blue. So I think that's why
okay,
that's why people can drain you so much. But definitely zip up, do a Celtic weave, make your aura as strong as you can, figure eight all around yourself
okay,
and with intention so that before you go into a place and then when you leave. Okay, before you go in, you figure eight all around. Set your gold light. When you leave, you clear again with the figure eights or
okay,
whatever, or do that chakra clearing, whatever. Okay, I think that will be better for you. I hope.
yeah,
But you got to.
thank
It's
you,
Great.
practice. It's a practice to remember to do it.
Yep. We got to build it up. Thanks,
thank you.
Diana. All right, Susie, you're up.
Hi, Susie.
Thank you. I'm wearing a mask. I had a question because you said that you come in with the color, and I
Uh,
remember that when I was 12, red was my favorite color. Now it's like my least favorite color. But then I went through a phase of loving blue, and now I love purple. And I'm curious. I don't know if you can tell my color with my mask on, but
Purple.
so it's purple now. But then does
No,
that
I think it's always been purple. Your life color is purple. Just because you went through a phase of red, meaning, especially as a kid, right? Well, red is energy. I don't know where your energy level was when you were a kid. or or maybe it could be also grounding, but I also do feel it could have been maybe you were tired, or I don't know what has your energy as a kid. Red would be would be helping to give you some energy. So it's a natural as a kid. You're naturally drawn to what you need. When you go into your closet every morning, you pick a color, you're naturally drawn, oh, I need that today.
Mm.
If you had too much red back then, even though I think you've always been a purple, I think you can't change that. But it was
Oh,
a time in your life where you needed the red.
well, thank you. And then I miss seeing the hands that you said what Jesus did. Can you just show
Oh
what Jesus
yeah.
did?
Okay, somebody was lying down. I don't know who it was. It was just a person. He just showed me a person. I just saw them from the side. He was on this. Saw him from the side view. He had his hands under their head,
Okay.
holding their head up. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Cradling their head. And
Reiki,
he
like crown chakra Reiki.
was not crown chakra. It was in the back of the head.
Oh, okay. Okay. But I mean, still Reiki, I know we do that at the back, right, Mary? That's something.
By the occipital, yeah. So
The occipital.
Mhm.
He like in the back of the head, which is actually that holds that's the area where fear and panic are points
Mhm.
back there. I
That
mean, if you're
is your
looking at eating.
brain. Mhm.
Yeah. So anyway, but he had that, and I don't know that it matters so much, but also, those are master healing points. Those points back
Right,
there,
right.
that is it bladder 30, what is it? Bladder, one of those bladder points.
Mm.
That's magic. You know what I'm talking about? Those on the other side of the big round spot.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Where the head at the headache points.
Yep.
So, okay, if you put your tall finger on those headache points for somebody else and you don't have to know anything else about healing, you
Right.
just hold those points, magic.
Mhm.
The energy just goes to where it needs to go.
Yep.
But that's what I saw Jesus do. And I just thought, wow, that whole night, by the way, I kept seeing faces in front of me. I thought, is this past life? What is all this? You know,
It woke
and
it up. Mhm.
and I told Donna Eden, I said, what about these beams of light? Oh, she said, oh yeah, beams of light. Like no biggie. I said, what? No biggie. Yeah, it was big to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet.
but
Thank
definitely
you.
purple, Susie. You have a lot of purple. I do feel yellow around you too. Now, because I feel like yellow is, when I say orange comes in as something new, I feel like yellow is coming in for you as something new. It's a sec. It's not, it's actually not like right away. It feels like it could be a month away if seen this, but something coming in here, but a revelation. Because to me, yellow is about mental, right? And
Hmm.
when it's hanging out in your auric field, it's something new, like I want to say new idea, revelation, or something like that. So I feel that coming in. I don't know what it is though, but I just noticed that in the color.
Be aware. Yep. Something to watch out for.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Angela, and we talked about your purple. And Angela, I'm just curious right now, real quick. Are you a cat person?
Yeah, I have a cat. I've always had cats.
Okay, good. Because when I look at you, I think cat.
I
You're
do
kind
take care of my daughter's dogs a couple days a week, but mainly I'm a cat person, yeah.
yeah, it's all over your auric field. Cats.
That's
Instead of purple, you've got cat. But the thing about cats, they're very high vibration.
Yeah.
And they're different than dogs, right? They're more
oh yeah.
star beings and then I mean lyrans. Well, you know about that, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
And
Yeah.
they
Right.
know
And,
it
and
too.
it's really fun as I do different classes and I can talk to them through my heart. It's just really,
Yeah.
cats are so sensitive. They're so fun. Yeah.
So fun. I have three dogs. I wish I could have cats. They're in my auric field though. I don't know if you can tell, but
Have to work on that a little bit. Develop that. Yeah.
Okay.
Pierrette, what about you?
Yeah, I want to look at pirouette here. Just a second. Am I
Pierrette.
saying it right? Pirouette. Pirouette?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Green. Okay. So, whoa, pirouette. Wow. I have to feel, have such reverence when I connect with you. I do feel the presence of Jesus. I hope this resonates with you. Just that, oh, I'm getting chills too. Whoa. Healer. Are you a healer, dear? Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm just toad head chills. Okay. So, but the green is that, it's not just green. It's not everyday green. No. Okay. It's magic green. This is the green of healers. I mean, and I see a mountain, even a green mountain, like Jesus would be like this would by like the resource of energy for healing. And of course, it means love too. Green is about that love of the heart. It's that compassion that you have the understanding to connect with humanity, right? You've got to. Okay. And now I do see some blue. It's funny on your hands. I see a little bit of blue. I see here. It's so funny because I usually, I almost never. I'm not sure I've ever seen this. Okay, because again, when I see healers with the green, I think healing hands. But with you, I get blue. And I let me just feel what this. It's like it's laser. Like you have the lasers. Do you work with laser light?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it. Whoa. And it's blue. Your laser light is blue. It's not green. You've got green here, right? Your green life color and everything, but you've got some yellow in here as well. It's not just yellow, it's more of a goldy gold, but that light that you've got the ability just to focus healing light with your fingers. And when you're working with somebody, I see Jesus standing right behind you, almost like one,
Mm-hmm.
like you are sharing the same shoes.
Yeah.
Okay, you might be a couple inches ahead. He's right behind. I mean, he's like whatever you're doing, he's there too. Ooh. And there's some other angels too. Metatron, I think. Is it
Mm-hmm.
Metatron?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see the Metatron. I see Metatron coming in as white mainly. But big, and very, how Metatron is that Merkaba. Um, ooh. Wow. I just want to bow to you. I just want to bow. It's funny. See, I didn't even know. But you see, you have to focus, right? And what you do one person and you get a different, like I wouldn't have picked it out of a crowd, but when I look at you, this is how I feel. All right. And it's not about ego at all. You're not ego. There is no ego here. I didn't know you have no ego. Where did it
Wow.
go? I don't know where it went, but maybe you never had it, but it's so strong.
That's
Oh
cool.
wow. I just feel like I'm talking to Jesus.
Cool.
Wow. Wow.
Excellent. Thank you.
Oh
We
my
we
gosh.
have Ron, you've already talked about his purple
Yeah, let's talk to Ron again. Hi,
quickly.
Ron. I know a little bit about Ron since I see Ron frequently, but let's just see, dear. I think I'm seeing more gold tonight, Ron, with you. I know your purple is your life color, but I'm seeing gold as it looks a little bit halo-ish. You know what I mean, Ron? I know, Ron, I know you're not an angel halo with it, but you are very angelic. But I really see the gold lights like this. Okay, so let me just see what this is about. You're also not ego. There's no ego. Wow. Okay. Okay, Ron. Now, I know you work with Jesus. I know you work with so many angels and everything, but the message for you tonight would be about your sense of humor. Okay, like of course, every color has a sense of humor. You can't get by in life without some humor. And I know you do bring this, but remember, even all the mistakes and everything, if you can just look back as it's all a sense of humor. Now, maybe you don't even, I know you don't regret stuff. It's not that. But when you present love to other people and use that humor, I think that it like turns a corner for them. So that's what I want to say for you, Ron. Okay. You also walk with Jesus. You walk with so many. You walk with the many masters. I don't even know who these are.
Neither, right?
But there's some big ones. some tall ones.
Yeah.
Of course, your spirit is very big too, but I do see one in particular, and I'll try to describe this one. I would say he's a master. I don't know what, I'll just say he's wearing purple. He's got a robe on, with the sleeves that are wide. It doesn't look like Jesus to me. It doesn't look like an angel, really. I just want to call him a master. Um, and he does have the face of Jesus, though, a little bit, like, you know what I mean, the beard and the kind of the brown hair. I think this is your main guide. I I don't know, Ron. Um, but he's very purple. He's a deep purple. He's kind of like I'm wearing purple tonight. He's kind of like deep. I don't you can't see it so much, but and he's tall.
He's big, eh? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think he's my protector or something like that.
Okay, he feels like he could be anything though. I feel yes, he's a protector, but he's also wise. He's not just
Yeah.
a, you know what I mean? He's everything. He's everything in one. But he
Mm.
walks with you everywhere, everywhere. I know that he's of course connected to Jesus, but I don't okay, so I know seems a little funny, but I see Jesus going, yeah, brought him to Ron. I put him together. I don't know, Ron. Okay. He has a lot of animals around him too. A lot of animals. And he walks with the animals. So I think that's important for you. Okay, now Diane, we didn't talk to Diane. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I also use our Archangel Metatron,
Oh,
like
you do.
Spirit,
Yeah.
Archangel Michael, and
Mhm.
when I call to them, not long after that, it happens whatever I'm asking for.
Yeah,
It
see,
it's amazing.
it's amazing.
It's like I'm
And
not talking about days. I'm talking about like maybe 5 minutes,
yeah, yeah,
and I go, oh my God.
right. Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, but also like Jesus appeared to me. You know that because I was in meditation. He was floating. He was white. He
Mm.
just come directly into my face, and the thing he said was Christ consciousness. Now I didn't say it with words. I heard it telepathically.
Telepathic, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
those
he's
are
telling
words he
you,
said. I just oh my God.
yeah, I know. We need more of this, don't we? We
Yeah.
Yeah.
need to know these beings are with us to support us because these are challenging times.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, in one way or another. Now there's Diane. Now Diane, I haven't talked to Diane. Have I?
I don't, not yet. Diane, is this Turtle Diane? Do you want to come on the screen? She sometimes is technologically challenged. So,
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's a nice way, Mary. Yes.
so it is
I'm very
Turtle
technologically
Diane. So,
challenged. It says
yeah.
my computer is being used by my video thing is being used by someone else.
Interesting. So
Oh,
Diane, even though as you're talking though, I do feel a lot of blue around you.
Okay.
And I feel blue green. It's like if you have uh half and half blue and green.
Yeah, I believe that.
And you're a
Okay.
cat person.
Oh, you
Oh,
are?
yes, I am a cat person like her. Yes.
Don't tell me, you guys. You're
Oh,
gonna give me
Oh,
information.
oops.
I'm gonna try to find it or see if what pops up. No, I feel white angels with you though, Diane. Like white, like I mean like white. I know I said white, but I mean what we think of as white, the white angels with wings. I see them with wings around you. And there's a lot of them. They show me that your life has been a little bit like this, right? I mean, we all have had some of that, but I think maybe yours has been a little more than most. And the angels have always been with you. They're lifting you up. But they've got you. They've got you in their arms. They're not going to let you fall, Diane. Even if you are a little Take no challenge. Does that resonate, Diane?
I would say I know Diane personally, and it resonates. She might be having a difficult time emoting that, but
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah. But I do feel there's a surrounding. These angels are also formal to me. They look a little formal. So in other words, they've got their job. They're coming in and they're taking it seriously. What their job is to take care of you, Diane, in their white and in their wings and holding you up. That this is they're also letting me know that this lifetime has been more challenging than other lifetimes. And like this is a lifetime that you've asked for, like, okay, well, I just throw the kitchen sink at me. I'm going to see what I can do. I sort of feel like it's that. And that's why you have so many. We all have a lot, but I mean, really, these are, like I said, they all have their specific, they're protecting, and they are. If you didn't have them, I don't know where you'd be, Diane. Probably not here. Not in this
I
Zoom
believe
call.
that too.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Your colors, I see them keeping to change too. I may get a little pink as well. So the light pink again, you know what I mean? That like the pure in those curtains there, the light pink. I don't know if you're not getting enough sleep or something. Maybe we're all a little sleep deprived because of that hour. I've been tired all day too.
Mm. Yeah, that typically is how it runs with this time change stuff.
That's right. It could take us a month and then we'll finally get it and then we have to change again.
Yeah. So I was curious, does everybody here operate under a daylight savings and standard time? In Canada, I wasn't sure how they do that, but okay. So, all right. And the others, I know you guys are West Coast, so that's fine. I get that. And I know some places in the Midwest and is it Arizona, they don't partake.
Right, Arizona, that's right.
Arizona is the same all the time.
Yeah, I wish we were because it's
Oh,
very difficult
it's
to know,
so challenging.
to try to compare that time with what time and
What time of year it is and what date is it? We're going to change it anyway. Yeah.
I know. I have a friend who lives in Australia and when we get together like once a month and I can't it's like okay, sometimes we're 2 hours no wait, we're 12 minus 2 or 12 plus 2. So it can be depending on the time of the year where they're gonna I don't know, it's just a big gap.
Yeah. I have to look it up.
We have to look it up. And believe you me, we always make a mistake.
Can I just ask you, speaking of time, I went to your website and it says Wednesday Healing Circles, and it says Wednesday, March 11th, 6 to 7 p.m. But right under that, it says 4 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific. So is it
Okay. Okay. I need to go double check that. Because I just updated that last night. I probably made a mistake. So it's 4 Pacific, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. And it lasts about an hour.
okay? I'm glad I can do that then because it says 6 to 7 at the top. So I just wanted to make sure. So
That was Central Time. So I need to put that in there better.
thank you.
Double check
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's wonderful. So that finishes everybody up for a reading of colors and angels. And then we're at time for our show today. So any last words, Kim? Anything else?
No, just know that you're never alone, everybody. And I know you guys know that, but I just think we need to be reminded now and to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself because you deserve it. Take little breaks. Take care of your heart because this is where it is, right? The heart is that portal to all those dimensions, to the light, many dimensions to the light.
Yeah.
So, yeah, much love to you guys. Thank you so much for being here and thank you for
Just create
listening.
a little space where you can find your joy, your passion. That will help
Exactly.
keep you away from what's going on. That's
Yeah.
where
Our hearts have been getting hit and hit and hit a lot lately. So
Yeah.
And your class starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. Is that right?
No, next week, the 16th.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And it's going to be for 4 weeks, and we have 2 hours on the Monday morning, and then 1 hour Thursday morning. Oh,
That's
and
right.
that's the
Okay, so clarify the times again for the class. Monday
Okay.
mornings,
9 a.m. Pacific,
Pacific. Okay, got it.
9 to 11
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Monday mornings and the Pacific, and then Thursday is 9 to 10 Pacific.
Only 1 hour, right?
Only 1 hour. It's just a circle, a practice circle.
That's great.
And
Super.
Laverne, yeah, Laverne's hosting that. Laverne, well, you met Laverne in Mount Shasta, but she's very much into the star beings. Even though she's everything, but she's quite. And now it's not about that star being class. It's not about facts and figures.
Oh, good.
Okay, it's not about they went from Andromeda to Lyra to blah blah. It's not of that. All we're doing is opening our heart, connecting to our star family. It doesn't matter what name they are or anything.
Cool. So
Yeah.
that's exciting for me. The other thing I wanted to mention to everybody who hasn't met Kim before, Kim is a proponent of the philosophy of the divine feminine.
Oh yeah.
Mother Mary comes into that, the Divine Mother.
Yeah.
And that's ended up being how I saw you in Mount Shasta, because that's what the theme was there. So
Yes.
that was a
Yes.
retreat. I'd go back in a heartbeat. Anyway, so thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's lovely to see everybody and all your angels and all your colors and beautiful light. Thank you. Thank you.
And the recording will go up in the next day or so. All right.
Okay, great.
We got a recording. Yay. Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Get some sleep.
Yeah, I know, really.
Okay, in the chat. There we go.
So thank you, Mary.
Absolutely. And Susie's going to get off of her computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Susie uses two devices because she has a hearing issue. And she's also experiencing a lot of health issues. But,
Oh, darn. Oh, wow. In addition to the shingles?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
wow. She needs to go to the healing circle.
She does. And she practices angel Reiki.
She does. Oh, yeah. I've heard great things about that.
Yeah. And so she would be a good candidate for that healing class on Wednesdays. So.
Oh, yeah. It's not a class. It's just a circle that we.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a group practice, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a group. Right. Is it actually what we do is so myself and two others, Richie and Alice. You know Alice.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Alice
So we kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we kind of host the circle. And so if they're there to receive, they just receive. They don't have to send. If they want to send, that's fine. But it's just a time to receive. But yeah, Ron goes. I think Ron's there every time.
Oh, okay, good.
And Ron comes to a lot of classes. Yeah. I've known Ron for a few years, I think.